I often find myself reflecting on the profound moments in my life when I truly began to care, not just about others, but about myself in a deeper, more meaningful way. It's as if a light flickered on in a dim room I thought I knew well, illuminating corners that were previously shrouded in shadow. I remember the first time I noticed this shift, and how it sparked a journey that transformed my relationships, my mindset, and ultimately, my understanding of what it means to be human. It's fascinating to consider how, when we genuinely start to care, the innate friendliness and love within each of us start to surface. It's almost as if these qualities have been lying dormant, waiting for the right conditions to thrive. We often talk about love and generosity as if they are external qualities to be adopted, but what I've come to realize is that they are part of our very essence. The challenge lies not in acquiring these traits, but in uncovering them, peeling away layers of confusion and misinformation that have built up over the years. Think about it. How often do we chase after fleeting pleasures, believing they'll bring us lasting happiness? I know I've fallen into that trap more times than I can count. We're sold the idea that happiness is found in material possessions, in relationships, or even in status. But each time I pursued those external sources of joy, I was left feeling empty once the novelty wore off. The thrill faded, and I found myself right back where I started, searching for something to fill that void. So I began to ask myself, what if true happiness isn't something to be found outside, but something to be cultivated from within? This idea led me to explore the notion of cultivating the good. What does it mean to actively engage in the process of unveiling the love and compassion that lie within us? At first, it felt daunting. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by the weight of our past experiences, the hurt we've encountered, and the mistakes we've made. It's tempting to believe that these things define us, but I've learned that the key to transformation lies not in denying our past, but in understanding it, recognizing how it has shaped us, while also realizing that it doesn't have to dictate our future. This realization is liberating. It opens up a world of possibilities. I remember diving into various practices, meditation, mindfulness, and self-reflection, seeking ways to cultivate this innate potential. As I embarked on this journey, I gradually learned to align my intentions, actions, and thought patterns with a vision of what I wanted to become. It's like tuning into a frequency where my innate qualities can shine through, revealing my true self, obscured by years of confusion and misunderstanding. It's intriguing to note that this journey is not a solitary one. In my exploration, I came across a fascinating discussion in a book club centered around the themes of awakening and potential. The co-discussion leader, Joseph, posed a compelling question that struck a chord with me. Do we have a Buddha nature? Is there really a potential for awakening within each of us? This question sent me spiraling into introspection, leading me to reflect on my experiences and the varying perspectives within different Buddhist traditions. At that moment, I found myself drawn to the teachings of the Mahayana tradition, where the concept of Buddha nature is emphasized. It suggests that every individual has this innate potential for enlightenment, waiting to be uncovered. I resonated with this idea because it feels both empowering and reassuring. However, I was also surprised to learn that other traditions, like Theravada Buddhism, take a different stance. They assert that the Buddha never mentioned Buddha nature, focusing instead on the importance of freedom from the past. This divergence in beliefs piqued my interest. On one hand, I felt a sense of comfort in the idea of Buddha nature, knowing that there's something inherently good within me that I can tap into. On the other hand, the Theravadan perspective urged me to consider the role of my present actions. As I delved deeper, I came across a piece by Thanissaro Bhikkhu, a respected Theravadan monk and teacher, who wrote about the implications of viewing the mind as possessing innate qualities. He emphasized that the Buddha never advocated for attributing an innate nature, whether good or bad, to the mind. This was a revelation for me. It shifted the focus away from searching for some hidden essence within and placed it squarely on my current choices and actions. The idea that freedom is not an inherent quality, but rather something we cultivate through mindful choices, resonated deeply. In his teachings, Thanissaro Bhikkhu pointed out that believing in an innate nature can weigh us down. If we assume our minds are fundamentally flawed, it can lead to feelings of helplessness. On the flip side, believing in an inherent goodness can lead to complacency. This balance is crucial. It keeps us grounded in the present moment while also recognizing our potential for growth. As I sat with this information, I began to understand that my past experiences do not define my worth. Instead, it's my present intentions and actions that shape who I am. This realization sparked a shift in my mindset. I found myself actively choosing to engage in practices that promote kindness, compassion, and understanding, not just towards others, but also towards myself. It was a radical act of self-love, allowing me to acknowledge my imperfections while still striving for growth. One of the most profound aspects of this journey has been recognizing the power of intention. Each moment presents an opportunity for me to choose how I respond to the world around me. It's like standing at a crossroads where I can decide which path to take. Do I react with anger when someone cuts me off in traffic, or do I choose patience? Do I allow negative self-talk to dictate my actions, or do I consciously decide to speak to myself with kindness? These choices shape my experience and gradually reveal that innate wisdom and compassion I've been seeking. As I reflected on my own journey, I began to see that the cultivation of this inner potential is not a one-time event, but a continuous process. It requires patience and persistence, a willingness to confront the uncomfortable parts of ourselves that we often try to avoid. I've found that each time I choose a skillful action, whether it's reaching out to help a friend, practicing gratitude, or simply taking a moment to breathe, I'm engaging in the process of unveiling my true self. But here's the catch: the journey isn't always smooth. There are days when self-doubt creeps in, when I question whether I'm truly capable of awakening the goodness within me. During those times, I remind myself of the words of Thanissaro Bhikkhu, who emphasizes that freedom isn't a nature to be discovered. It's a quality revealed through our choices. It's a comforting reminder that I'm not alone in this endeavor. Every person grapples with their own doubts and insecurities. I've also learned the importance of community in this process. Surrounding myself with like-minded individuals who are on similar journeys has been invaluable. Engaging in discussions, sharing experiences, and learning from each other's insights create a supportive environment that fosters growth. This sense of connection reminds me that I'm part of a larger tapestry of humanity, all striving for the same goal: awareness, compassion, and awakening. Through my exploration, I've come to see that the cultivation of goodness isn't just about personal transformation. It's about contributing to the collective well-being of those around us. When I choose kindness, it creates ripples that extend far beyond my immediate circle. I remember a time when I held the door open for a stranger at a coffee shop. The smile exchange between us felt electric, a small moment of connection that brightened both our days. It's these seemingly insignificant acts that can spark change, not only within ourselves, but in the world around us. As I reflect on this interconnectedness, I'm reminded that we all share a common thread: the potential for love, compassion, and understanding. It's what binds us together, even in times of division and strife. This realization is both humbling and empowering. It urges me to engage with the world from a place of empathy, to recognize the struggles others face, and to respond with kindness rather than judgment. Yet, I understand that this journey requires vigilance. It's all too easy to fall back into old patterns of thinking, to succumb to the pressures of the world around us. That's why cultivating awareness is crucial. Mindfulness practices, such as meditation and self-reflection, help me stay grounded and connected to my intentions. They remind me to pause, breathe, and assess my thoughts and actions before responding. It's a simple but powerful tool that can make a significant difference in my daily interactions. There's something liberating about this approach, the understanding that my past doesn't determine my future. Each day is a blank slate, filled with opportunities for growth and connection. The freedom to choose how I engage with the world, to align my actions with my values, empowers me to navigate challenges with grace. Over time, I've started to see glimpses of the transformation I'm seeking. It's not a dramatic shift, but rather a subtle unfolding, a gradual revealing of the love and compassion that have always been there, waiting to be uncovered. The more I practice, the more I tap into that innate wisdom within me, leading to a deeper understanding of myself and my place in the world. In moments of stillness, I often reflect on how far I've come and the journey that lies ahead. I've learned that the path of awakening is not linear. It's filled with twists and turns, highs and lows. And that's okay. Each step is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to cultivate the goodness that resides within. It's a lifelong commitment, a dance between intention and action that brings me closer to the person I aspire to be. Ultimately, I believe that the essence of this journey is about love. Love for ourselves and love for others. It's a powerful force that can transform not only our individual lives, but also the world around us. As we collectively choose to uncover our innate potential for kindness and compassion, we contribute to a ripple effect that has the power to change lives. In closing, I want to share this thought. As we embark on this journey of self-discovery and awakening, let's remember that we're not alone. We're all navigating our paths, each with our struggles and triumphs. The beauty lies in the connections we forge along the way, the moments of understanding and empathy that remind us of our shared humanity. So let's continue to cultivate that innate potential within us, to unveil the love and compassion that have always been there, waiting to be set free. Together, we can create a world where kindness flourishes and where every individual feels empowered to awaken to their true selves.